Hey everybody, thanks for watching Peace, Love, and Guns. Today we got a very special treat for you. We are going to be replacing the radiator on my 2007 Subaru Impreza 2.5i. We have a new radiator here. This guy is an all aluminum model that I got on Amazon. Part will be down in the doobly doo below. This is a part that's made for the STI version, so there's an additional bung here that needs to be removed and then tapped and a screw put in there so that it blocks that off. Hopefully that stays good. There's a little bit of JB weld on there just to make sure it stays chooched on there. Here we go, we're gonna replace a radiator today. We're gonna have a lot of fluid falling out of this radiator in a moment, and that's what this is for, to catch it so that we don't return all of the juicy radiator fluidy goodness to Mother Earth Gaia. We wanna put it somewhere, not in a drainage gutter. Alright, we're just gonna get our pan there into the unknown. Where are my needle nosies?
Twisty boys are in there.
Nice. I'm going to remove the lower radiator hose and the juice will start flowing down into the receptacle beneath the car. We're going to release the pressure from the radiator. It helps if you're doing this while the car is kind of cool. I'm going to open this up so that there's a hole on the top open so that it doesn't create a suction. And we're going to use our handy dandy, these guys, to get the clip off on the bottom. And hopefully I don't wind up with too much radiator fluid on my face. Into the unknown. Alright. We're going to grab that little radiator hose right there. There is the exhaust manifold, and there is the clip, and we're gonna undo the clip by closing the clampies on it and wiggling it down. That should let us wiggle that off of there now that that's moved back. It took a considerable amount of prying and wiggling, and it's like the rubber kind of wants to adhere to the water pump there. And so we twist and pull. We're about to release the shmoo. First it starts off as a drizzle, and then it's gonna come in a spurt. Woo!
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
The life-giving water. We're gonna take off the top radiator hose. There still will be life-giving water in here.
Did you ever read past the first book? I read a summary of the whole thing. Ooh.
Upper radiator hose.
Look at that gray fox mud in there.
We've got some bolts here that we need to remove to get this radiator off of there. I'm going to guess that's a 12 millimeter.
Am I doing this the right way?
Lefty loosey.
Lefty loosey. Is this going left?
That's tightening it. Here's a pro tip. Your fuse box makes a good little nut holder.
There you go.
Get our coolant reservoir, which is securely fastened by not being fastened.
You have this. We're going to put our tools away as we use them.
And I won't be able to find them.
Because they're not randomly dispersed.
Yeah. So now, if memory serves, this should be mostly unlocked from it as a chassis. Now we just need to unplug the connectors for the fan motors. There's one on this side, right there. And there's one on this side, right here.
So are you're trying to unplug that?
Sure am.
Chowder it?
Yeah.
You mean just like break it until it breaks?
Fix it till it breaks.
There you go, you got it.
Sometimes you gotta fix it until it breaks. The other one is gonna be super easy.
So what are you doing to that gizmo?
Kind of push down on this little buttony type of business right here.
Mm-hmm. And then it'll separate.
That's the idea.
This is kind of a cool angle. Nice.
No, that's great. Dirt in my eyes and mouth, and then do
you want me to...
radiator fluid dripping on my forehead like Chinese waterboarding character. These connectors do not work like they're supposed to.
Well, they're also caked with gray fox mud.
That's enough out of you.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is a hellish mixture of clay, sand, and water.
No gun has ever survived more than 2 rounds of gray fox gunsmithing mud.
Yeah, I think I really did ruin that XDM with that.
I'm fine.
You it all over your face.
I wonder why that would be.
I mean, it's like chunks.
Yeah?
Just yank it out of there.
Comes out of that side. It should just be sitting down in a pin at the bottom. It's just getting hung up underneath there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go underneath. The braking noise is always a good sound.
It lets you know who's boss.
Yeah.
Constant line of
sometimes you just gotta pull it hard.
Oops. I had my hand in the shot, Will. So these fans weren't going.
No.
You want to hose out this gray fox mud.
See, all this is just helps the car go faster. All that gunk coming out of there. Mud inside the cooling grills is probably not helpful for cooling. I know that the electrical work on it is not going to work.
So
the fans will work eventually, but that's a separate process entirely.
I'm not sure what's happening here.
I'm trying to fit the little nubbins into the little nub. We've got the bottom pegs put down through the grommets and the frame. Okay. And so that's sitting in there like so.
So underneath there, it's plugged into the bottom.
Mm-hmm. And just make sure as I see that it is. It is. And then we're going to put the top grommets with these little guys here. And then have them hook up to the frame. And I'm noticing they don't line up exactly 100%. Which
It'll work.
It should work.
You can make it work.
Yeah, it should work.
Just force it in. So you're gonna just force it in. Make it work.
There's no forcing. It does seem like it wants to stick off to the side a little bit there.
That's okay. Let it be different. Hurt anybody?
Ain't going nowheres. The worst thing you do with a radiator, if you replace it, is it leaks. That's the worst thing. I did seal up all the holes on it, blow into it, and with the amount of PSI that my lungs can produce, it seemed as though there we go. So that still works. It seems as though there's no leaks. The connections, of course, don't work, and
so
I'm gonna have to
get an adapter.
I'm gonna have to deal with that when the time comes. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah. What's up, Yuck? Okay. Oh. There we go. Fire. Come on. Get over there.
Hey, I have that video of you doing the Jeep's oil. It's ours. Yeah, it's for you or me or...
That's for me.
This is no longer your guy.
It should be the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on there.
And I actually rather like that one. I like the text and the lever to face a certain way. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. What you want to avoid is the wrong way.
Priceless, ancient.
That's got a kink in it, so I don't think that that's the right way to do it. Alright, this is more kinked, so I'm going to say that's more incorrect.
It's open-ended. It's an open-ended process. Some ways are worse than others.
Yeah. Well, if I cut this, it would let me slide it more that way, which...
Just slide that clamp down on there, boy. It looks good.
Well, the thing is the flow.
So are you gonna cut it then?
I think that would enable it to scooch more that way. Yeah, sure.
Really?
I want the distilled water to help dissolve it out.
Dissolve what out?
You get it hot, and then distilled water has a lot of room for other stuff to go into solution. So if there's any salts built up into there.
Salt's built up inside the engine.
Yeah.
You just need 1 gallon?
No, I think about 2. I want to see that it holds water before I do anything else with it.
Well, it's going in there.
That's just gonna sit right down in there. That'll be fine.
Where is that supposed to go?
Right here.
Oh,
Like that.
it's the overflow.
Oh, that's right.
So don't. Who I am. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna die?
Maybe. So I think it's flowing now. The water discolored a little bit.
Yep, I see that. That's some poopy water there, boy.
And that's how you change your radiator. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share all those wonderful things down in the comments, doobly-doo, and other things down below.